William Whalen here for GetMoreSports.com, and this is college basketball's buy or sell. We're going to look at storylines every week, and this week we've got 3 of them on tap. And we're going to start off looking at one of the most shocking results of the early college basketball season, and that, of course, was Virginia opening their season with a loss that nobody really saw coming. A loss that nobody was ready to deal with them losing to George Washington. Now, George Washington is a veteran group. This is a talented team, and in a hostile environment, this was going to be a good test for the Cavs no matter what, and one that I expected them to struggle a little bit in. So I wasn't surprised necessarily that GW hung around. I was surprised that their second half surge won them the game. Virginia has to find offense outside of Malcolm Brogdon. They have to find some sort of consistent scoring threat, and they haven't been able to do that thus far this season. Now, there's plenty of time to do that. We all kind of saw this struggle coming, but finding a guy like London Perrantes, can he step up and be a more consistent offensive producer for Coach Tony Bennett? I think he will, and I don't think this loss is a sign of things to come by any stretch of the imagination, but it's one to follow to kind of see the offensive development of this Cavaliers team. Then I look at Chris Dunn. Is he the best point guard in the country? I'm buying that all day, every day. His usage is out of control by Providence. He scores, he dishes, he rebounds, he steals the ball, he locks down opposing point guards, and on the other end, he makes them absolutely crazy with his offensive skill set. He's the most complete point guard in the country, and honestly, I think at the end of the year, we're going to be asking ourselves if he is the best player in the country, regardless of position. Now moving on to our last buy or sell question. Can Grayson Allen lead the Duke Blue Devils to a national title? We know how great he was last year in the Final Four. We know how great he's been to open up the season this year. And he's leading a team of characters that doesn't necessarily have the same kind of alpha dog that last year had, both with Tyus Jones and obviously with Jahlil Okafor. And then you throw in a guy like Justice Winslow as well. But those guys were all big-time type A personalities. This team doesn't seem to quite have that. But in my opinion, if they do win the national title, if they do win the ACC, it's going to be on the back of a guy like Brandon Ingram, continuing to impose his will and obviously improve as the season goes on. I do love Grayson Allen as a number 2 guy. I'm just not sold on him being the top guy on a national title.